Hello everybody, it's me, Wolfeei. We're reviewing teams. The music I picked today, I just remember NCS, no copyright sounds. I got random NCS playlist on this time because it's not copyrighted. That's literally the only reason. I have no clue what the music is. Anyways, today you're looking at Discord. This is what my Discord looks like. Join the Discord. I'm gonna forget the link, so go to the second channel. It is in the description of like every video, I think, the recent ones, something like that. Anyways, we're gonna review the teams from the challenge, and we'll see how far we make it through. I'm sure I've already reviewed some of them. Reviewing teams in the sense of any notable things I will point out. Anything that is normal default, we don't really pay attention to too much, okay? That's the dealio. Okay, let's get started. Let's see. Orange would be high energy indeed. It would be very fun. That would be great. Girl team always cool. Lizzie's husband and gals makes sense. Good gimmick. Yes. You've given Feinberg an actually balanced team. That's insane. It's impressive. Season 1-esque, sure. Kinda nerfed Shadoon team. Not really a gimmick, I would say. Kind of a weird combo. Mainly just because SB doesn't really play MCC much. So I don't even know if SB's been in an MCC that Shadoon's played. Probably one, but yeah. And then pink is dudes, that is true. Next up, also for anyone who doesn't know, I made a roster. I hand selected a roster of 50 MCC players, 50 that is, 50, and said, hey, make teams using this as your quote-unquote signups. Good luck. And well, these are the these are the teams that included the signups, etc. Right? Let's see what is peculiar here. This would be an interesting red team. This lime team feels, yeah, very OG. That makes sense. Connor with this team would be interesting for sure. I like this team for Shane. I think that'd be fun. This is an odd combination, I will say, but it could work. It is a bit odd. And then girly pop team, we love, well, okay, non-mask, I should say, considering Sniff is there, of course. Non-mask team, W. Oh, they generated random duo. See, that now makes more sense. I should have read the text. Good, nice. This, let's see. This Cyan team is something. That is an experience for sure. Wow. Interesting. Wow. Huh. Poor Jimmy. I don't think... I would be surprised if Michaela, Haley, and Shane can keep their mouths family-friendly together. For the rest, this feels pretty solid. I mean, Cookie God on red with purple makes sense. With Rendog, maybe a little odd, but sure, that's fine. Oh, this one will need some zooming. I don't know what the 10 dot and the dot 10 and the dot 11 and the dot 9 and all that means, but interesting. I mean, let me see. Do I see anything that stands out as like super crazy? I don't think so. I'm scanning one by one. I feel like Aqua is a bit of a too strong of a team for Purpled, if I'm being very honest. I think that's a little too good. But past that, it's pretty solid. Pretty interesting. What I like here is mostly the people that are benched are the like regular crowd for MCC. So you took on the challenge of experimenting a bit more, which I like. I think that's cool. Not the most balanced, but hey. Let's see. Yeah, red team is quite good. considering Ollie or Martin is third fragging, that is quite strong. God, yellow team, the fruit berries team would be so sick. Green team would be a great fire breath man team. This would be fantastic. Aqua team's a little weak, but it would be a really fun vibe. I'd say you sub out Abe for, let me think. Sub out Abe for who would be the best fit there. I mean, I kind of like throwing like Sneeg there or like Ollie, honestly. Not swapping them because that wouldn't make the other teams make as much sense, but I like throwing a Sneeg or like Ollie there. I think Sneeg there is a fantastic fit. I think that'd be cool. Sneeg with Cleo and Pearl would be quite interesting. And pink makes sense, yeah. Next up, gone in the direction of life series, some teams feel random due to that. Okay, so we're doing a okay. This is an explanation. I thought this was like you're adding even more people to it. So, a lot of strong players benched, which I like. That's interesting. Family / boat boys plus L. Okay. This is maybe a little too weak of a team, this orange team, but it's interesting. I think it'd be fun. Yellow would be fun. Actually, I guess the bouncing is lower trending, so no, this wouldn't be too weak. I'm tripping, that's my bad. I would say that Lime might be a bit too good of a team, considering their weak player is Daintedim, and Daintedim is not bad. If Dane were like a guaranteed 40th, that would be a bit better, but he's like a not bottom 10, probably. Divorce Quartet, alright. Interesting for Aqua, of course. Fruit Berries Hero Mode. Yeah, I mean, this is solid. Pretty good roster, honestly. I like it. Any gimmicks? Try my best to keep most of the popular people in and kept pretty high mid comp. Yeah, I mean, of course the popularity factor that I mentioned isn't like the most important. Main thing I said is like this is kind of like it's a fun little challenge puzzle thing, right? To make the draft. I'm saying if you want to play the role of event organizer, the most popular people most likely will be in. For example, Etoile and Tina would never get benched, right? This is not criticism, I'm just saying like from an event organizer standpoint. Same with Scar and Gem. I don't think they're ever getting benched. So like they would be in, theoretically, right, in this instance. Regardless, giving Fruit Curryway is crazy. That is insane. For the rest, it's fine. Yeah, for this, it's good. No gimmicks here. Oh, here we go. Red is an interesting approach to a combo. I would say if you replace Shadoon with like a realm member, of course, like Phil, it would make a bit more sense. But yes, it could work as an experimentation, of course. For the rest, anything stand this yellow team is a bit odd. Ant Venom there feels, first of all, weak and also kind of out of place. I know Ant and Abe know each other, but that's kind of the main foundation there, right? Purple Jill makes sense, yeah, of course. Gal's team, you love to see it. I like this blue team a lot. I think this is a very solid, very cool blue team. I would like that blue team. Yes. Run that. Same with purple. I love this purple team. It's great. Pink makes sense to an extent. So yeah, this is pretty solid. Oh, sorry. What I would propose in this instance is you put Curryway over Ant Venom. Of course, duh. And then maybe you swap Curry with somebody to make that a bit of a stronger top frag on yellow. Throwing Curry on green. Of course, purple Joel's a good gimmick, but Curry on green could have worked, and then purple on that team makes sense. I'm taking the challenge. I think the makes team making shows here since a lot of teams are probably unbalanced. I heavily relied on past duos trios. Let me know what you think because I want to get better team making. Okay, I will give my opinions and thoughts. Okay, I will help. I am like a week late, but hopefully you still see this. Okay. Red team, cool, but it's weak, especially when I look at orange. Orange is very strong, like super strong. Like with the provided roster, unless you're putting in the best of the best players and exclusively benching the lowest people in this, Ollie and Martin should both be second fragging, not one of them as a third frag, and Jimmy should always be a third frag, unless you're putting him with Feinberg, essentially. So that is an insanely strong team. Yellow's fun. This is a really good combo. Very, very well done. Lime would work because it's a realm team. Green is too strong. For Twitch Rivals, the comp I think was like similar-ish maybe to this. Maybe it's like a little lower. But there they had, Korean Hannah had Siren, who had never played before, and Tina, who had barely played. And instead we're giving them 2 people who I think third frag rather than 2 people who bottom frag, which is a very big improvement. So that's a little too strong. I just saw the Aqua team. Wow, that is very strong. Cookie God should be a second or third frag on a team in this comp, especially with one event played already, probably second frag. SB should not be anywhere below second frag. Honestly, should even probably be a top frag, depending on the rest of the team. Zam is in a right spot, Fruit is in the right spots, but giving them SB and Cookie God as the bottom 2 is insane. Cyan is also very strong, but a bit more excusable. It's still very strong, though. 5th MC is probably more third frag material. Shadoon should not, it does not need to have that strong of a team again. Blue team, little too weak. Purple team, definitely too weak. Purple team, you could easily sub out one of Cam, Scar, or Dan for one of the S tiers. You could debatably put Dan on Aqua over Fruit. You lose the gimmick, but like that could work to an extent. You could even, no, actually, more realistically, take like Martin off of Orange, put Martin on Purple, and throw like Scar on Orange, and then that's makes Orange team more balanced and makes Purple team more capable of competing. And then Pink is also too strong. Giving Purple like Becky as a third frag is insane. So yeah, that's my feedback on that. For the fans, let's see. Red team, yeah, classic. Interesting combo in Orange, but I think it'd be a fun one. For the rest, this Fruit Berries team makes sense. It's definitely experimental, but it makes sense to approach it like that. Gals team, you love to see Gals team, always good. This is an interesting combination. It works, it's just very interesting. And yeah, solid, pretty solid. This is also in what I think was frag order, and also just shows my lack of knowledge of balancing. Well, we'll look at it. Red team looks pretty balanced. Orange looks relatively balanced, maybe slightly too good. This team is probably a little too weak. The compositions for the teams make sense though. Giving Fine Haley might be a little too good, but I guess with Etho and Doc it'd be fine. It's a bit of an odd combination, but it wouldn't be like a problem. It's just a bit odd. Lime team is balanced. Purple's team is a little too strong. Giving him either Toby or Pangy as a third frag is a little insane. This Aqua team would be interesting. I think it's a bit of a mismatch. I think you would not... I mean, it would be an experience, I will say. I think Connor there is a bit out of place. Cyan's fun. Shane's team is a little weak, but it's fun. And then this Pink team would be fun. I mean, giving Fruit either Sneak or Becky as a third frag is a little crazy, but it's fun. First time making teams. Let's see what the first time making teams looks like. Red team is very good, very strong, in my opinion. But hey, we'll look at the rest of the teams as well. Orange team balanced. You like to see that. Curry-wise team is interesting. It should be pretty balanced. It's yeah, solid. This yellow team could be a little strong leading, but it's fun and it works really well. This lime team is cool. I like it. This green team might be a little too strong, but it's cool. This aqua team is definitely too strong, but it's still cool. I would suggest... Ooh, what would I suggest? If you want to keep Pearl and Gem together, you'd probably sub Shadoon for someone else, because I think Martin there makes sense. I'd say you'd put Shadoon... I don't really know. You could even swap Shadoon and SB, maybe. It's maybe a bit of a weird swap, but like, yeah. But it's just a little too strong. Cyan is too strong, I think. Giving Shane both Haley and Becky is a little crazy. Purple's team here is fun. It's a bit of an odd combo. It feels like it relies on Purpled to work. I think if you take away Purpled and put any other S tier, the team no longer makes any sense, because John and Sparkles isn't really a crossover, but Purpled brings them together, I guess, to an extent. And then Pink team is fun. It could be a little strong, but it's fun. It's a cool team. Wolfeei MCC, let's see. Gals team, good. This feels like a very regular, standard, run-of-the-mill purple team, so sure. Balanced. This would be fun. I like the lime team. This pink team is fun. This purple team would be cool, yeah. I like this green team a lot. This is a very cool green team. I like that. Actually, I really think this should happen. Scott doesn't watch this channel, I can guarantee you that. But please make this a team. I think this would be fantastic. Because it's just, yeah, very, very cool. This team would be very cool. This makes a lot of sense. This makes sense. It would be interesting. And this would also make sense and would be fun. Banger roster. Well done. Good job. Good job. This had to replace red team's Pearl with Scar and blue, Foolish, and Fit with Pearl and Gem. So blue, Foolish, and Fit would be Pearl and Gem. Okay. And then it was... I don't remember who got replaced with Scar. Someone got replaced with Scar. Who got replaced with Scar? Oh, Pearl was replaced with Scar here. Yeah, that works. Oh, this is predictions and stuff, and not... here. This is the last one. This is not related, I think. MCC Masterchef. Everything is food. No, actually, this does look like the roster I provided. This is the roster provided. Everything's food themed, and teams will compete to provide which tasty, delectable reigns supreme. Realistically, but since I'm the CEO of Nostria for this challenge, I'm allowed to make horrible business decisions. Okay. Food themed. Crimson Kebab. Why is Red Team Kebab? Is it just the team names are kebab? It doesn't have anything to do with it? Okay, interesting. This would be really fun. I think Gumi is too strong for a third there. I do like throwing Michaela with Fruit and Zam. I think instead of Gumi, you would put, like, Gucky. Pretty safe. I think to put Gucky there, of course. I think that'd be very fun. Or like Amy and Michaela, or Amy and Gucky would be cool. Or even, you know, throw in, not from this roster. Amy's, I didn't put in this roster, so sorry. That's bad suggestion. You literally cannot put Amy there. Tina and Zane make sense as a combo. That would be fun. Very cool combination there. That would be. This orange team makes sense. This golden gelatos team is solid. The lasagna team is very... This should just happen at some point. I think this is a fantastic Pride team. This lime lasagnas team is great if it can happen in a Pride. Would be really good. You could even do this with Misty over JoJo in a Pride specifically, and it would be fantastic. I actually would really like to see that. This Emerald team is fun. I like it. This Feinberg team is solid. This Cerulean team is a little odd, but it would probably be fine. I think actually Tina and SB know each other now, so that should be okay. This Sapphire Sushi team is too good. Jimmy third fragging when there's both Shadun and Hannah on the team is too strong. Purple pizzas would be an experience. I also think it's a little too strong. Either Ollie or Sneak third fragging is a little crazy, but solid. This would be a great pink team. It's a little strong though. Fit MC as a third frag is fair, but maybe when you have Shane and Phil, it could be a little too good. I guess that's all for this little review of the teams. Hope you had fun. This is quite the meme. Ghosty, Faup, SK, Sleepy, Reno, Misty, and me staring at them having fun with this team getting announced. Black Horse Bro. Anyways, thank you for watching. See you later. Bye.